Hello, we are delighted to be here today to share with you the range of educational support services that Encompass Education Support can provide to your children, their families and the staff that support them.
Here at Encompass Education, we have a team with a unique skill mix, having Mr. Kevin Egan as a senior primary school teacher who specialised in special educational needs and gained a national award for special educational needs coordination. He's also a mental health first aider trainer and trained in supervision models within education.
This solid skill foundation education is complemented by the doctorate training of Dr. Louise Egan, who is an experienced clinical psychologist who has extensive experience of delivering training to multidisciplinary professionals in statutory and independent services over the past 15 years. She's also a trained trainer and was awarded a Senior Fellowship of the Higher Education Academy for her substantial contribution to teaching, learning and leadership through her role as a clinical tutor at the University of Manchester. We are told far too often by schools that outside professionals assess and make recommendations regarding children's psychological needs that offer little further knowledge and/or practical advice to schools about how best to meet their needs. We aim to bridge that gap given the expertise mix in our team. Our services aim to encompass the bio, psychosocial and educational needs of children to best support and positively help them to achieve. We offer a comprehensive range of holistic educational and psychological support services. These include individual and family, and this might involve special educational needs support, psychological assessments and therapy. We can also offer training, consultation and supervision. Examples of our individual and family work include psychological and special educational needs assessments, covering the emotional, social, behavioural, developmental and educational needs. Our interventions are evidence-based, clinically proven, systemic psychological and educational interventions.
With regard to the range of training we can provide for staff, you can choose an off-the-shelf package, or we can help develop bespoke training packages to meet your individual needs. Some of the topics we offer are listed here. We can offer training, for example, on encouraging positive behaviour, promoting positive self-esteem and emotional resilience, mindfulness, staff well-being. We have a title that's called Safeguarding and Managing the Emotional Impact of Educating and Caring for Children, Who Takes Care of You? And we're also able to offer some training on managing exam nerves. So more specifically, our whole day mental health awareness training package costs £120 per delegate per day. We also offer a £90 early bird offer too. So this training specifically provides information about the range of common emotional well-being issues and disorders that children and adolescents struggle with, their symptoms and causes. We also cover anxiety, trauma, depression, low self-esteem, self-harm and suicidal thinking and behaviour. There's also coverage of neurodiversity and developmental issues such as autistic spectrum conditions, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, dyspraxia and dyslexia, to name a few. We'll review together what to do if children present with clinically significant needs in school and how best to refer and list the help of statutory agencies. We'll briefly cover the range of clinically proven psychological treatments that are available via the NHS and CAMHS and psychology teams. So we'd give you a brief coverage of what's involved in cognitive behaviour therapy, family therapy, eye movement desensitisation and reprocessing, and dialectical behaviour therapy for adolescents, for example. This training helps staff to think about how they can best embed the personal development and emotional well-being part of the Ofsted's new framework into their curriculum, their school environment. We're able to cover two helpful strategies and techniques that you can use to demonstrate how you meet the criteria within this new framework. There's time in this training to cover case examples of good practice with clinical psychology, school nursing and education working in partnership. There's time built into this training too for a consultation clinic where staff can bring anonymised cases and can think together about the nature of the person and child's needs and make some professional recommendations. In response to the global pandemic of COVID-19, we've developed two training packages. One refers to the possible psychological impact of children and adolescents being off school and returning to school, and how we can best help children and staff integrate to the school environment. We know there's a high number of children that are suffering from a high anxiety at the minute, especially with regards to going back to school. We also know that there's a number of staff members too that are struggling with their reintegration back into the school environment. We have a specific training package that's tailored towards supporting children who suffer from significant anxiety reintegrating into the school environment.
So our aim is to provide training that is well informed with up-to-date literature, research and practice-based evidence. Our training is informed by evidence-based teaching methods, and we want it to be interactive, varied, engaging, interesting, memorable, motivational and collaborative, and also to be valuable and applicable.
So with regards to staff wellbeing, your own and your staff team's emotional wellbeing is more important than ever before. To use the analogy of emergency landings in planes, we are told to put on our own mask first before securing the masks of anyone else. Put plainly, we cannot care for others if we haven't cared for ourselves first and foremost. We cannot serve from an empty vessel. I see this very often in my work as a clinical psychologist offering individual therapy. If we overgive to other things and people more than we give to ourselves, there can be a cost, and this cost can sometimes be a physical and emotional one. We see workforce becoming distressed and compromised. We know that happy and resilient workforces are more productive and successful, and surely staff deserve to be happy. Educational staff are some of the most important people in children's lives, and their influence has far-reaching effects. We can all remember the teacher that believed in us, smiled at us, praised us. The teacher was fun and happy to be around. Supporting staff with the current challenges and pressures of working in education is a fundamental driving factor in our work, which is why we offer staff support through training and supervision.
So we are currently offering remote psychological supervision and support to senior leadership teams, and we are offering schools the following two options. So option one, which is £55 per hour, is supervision from myself, who's an experienced teacher of 9 years who is specialised in special educational needs, and I'm also trained in supervision and reflective practice methods in schools. I'm approachable, compassionate, knowledgeable and a skilled supervisor with insight into the challenges of teaching and caring for children with complex additional needs in education. And we also have option two, which is £90 per hour. And this is supervision from a clinical psychologist and senior fellow of the Higher Education Academy with over 15 years experience offering supervision and supervision training to professionals in statutory services.
So that's me, and I class myself to be a warm and approachable, compassionate, knowledgeable and highly skilled supervisor. I'm trained in a number of supervision models and reflective practice. I'm containing as a supervisor, and I'm also there to help problem solve. I provide a safe space in supervision to reflect on the role of staff, particularly senior leaders, their professional relationships and the emotional impact of being a teacher and caring for those with complex needs, as well as helping staff develop helpful action plans to positively move forward.
So you could alternate between the two options to benefit from the helpful combination of skill and expertise of the both of us. So another service which we can offer is consultation, okay, and this includes psychological and SENCO advice and guidance. Regarding the psychosocial and educational needs of children and specialist support and funding. And we can also help to develop whole school and classroom behaviour and wellbeing policies. So we are based in the northwest of England, and we are currently working with schools and their staff across both Lancashire and Greater Manchester. And we're also offering remote training and supervision via Zoom and Microsoft Teams, for example. We can also offer training days at venues, inset days in school, and also school cluster groups once it is safe to do so. And here's our contact details. So we are contactable through email, our website, mobile. We also have our social media links there. And also we have a recent Bit of publicity, which is a video by Louise, which was filmed at the start of the UK response to COVID-19.
So, just to finish, the landscape of education is ever changing, and there can be areas of outstanding beauty, but there is also a lot of tough terrain. And sometimes the challenges can have professionals feeling at times rather lost. We're here to help, so let us help guide the way. Many thanks for your time, and we hope to hear from you soon.